when I first heard about the college, I thought, I know a lot about worship, or thought I knew a lot about worship, and I thought, I wonder what they're going to be able to teach me. But every class has been brand new, and every teaching has just pierced my soul, and I just believe God's moving me forward in worship as a result. And I appreciate Pastor Shamblin as a professor and a mentor and just a good brother, and I can't say enough about the worship college.
This man has an awesome gift of teaching. He is such a teacher, and he loves the Lord so much, and he loves us as students to learn from the Lord so much, and it just comes out in everything he says and does. And I know he hears from the Lord because he speaks out what the Lord tells him, and he has blessed every one of our lives that have been here. But he showed me so much. What does it mean to worship? How do we worship God's way? Cain didn't get it right. What does it mean to worship God's way? How do we do that today? And so many questions that we have that we ask. How do we hear from God? His class will teach you how to hear from God. And you practice hearing from God. And then you share with one another. It's like, what does it mean to worship with all your heart, mind, and soul and body? What does that mean? And you study and you find out from the Word what that means. And then you can experience that.
That we were born to be a worshiper. And it's like since those years I've gone on and learned a lot of things, but I'm so glad I got that when I got it. It was such a core thing to know who I was, that I was meant to be a worshiper first and foremost. And I have other giftings, and I have other callings, but I will always be a worshiper. And it's such a core foundation of teaching that it's really important to get that. And but also that there's such a gift here. And just to be able to recognize the gifting that's in Shamble. There's so much that God has deposited there. And I would just encourage everybody to take advantage of it, because it's not always, you don't always get to be in the right place at the right time. And if you're here, you're in the right place at the right time. And I just encourage you to take advantage of what God has deposited in us.
I just want to say what a huge blessing this worship college has been to me and my wife, because it's really been inspiring and has helped us grow substantially in the Lord and helped give us guidance in the direction that He has in our lives.
The worship college was advertised over the radio, and I felt that was God saying to me that I needed to enroll, and I'm glad I did. It inspired me and kept me on course to where I needed to, felt that I needed to continue in my worship leading at my church. And I would say that anyone out there that needs the encouragement to continue into what God has called them to do, I would suggest that you join this worship college and ask the Lord to lead you and direct your life.
There's many things that you learn going through the worship college, and how to really hear the voice of God, how to operate in the giftings that God has placed in you.
The worship college has meant a lot to me. It has made me want to become a better worshiper, a better vessel to worship God, and be more of who He's called me to be.
As human beings, the most important thing we can do with our lives is to express our love to God through worship. We see the reflection of this truth in every type of corporate worship gathering. Now, pastors are expected to prepare themselves for ministry by attending Bible college or seminary. Yet those who lead the congregation in worship are most often expected to do so with little or no training. The worship college teaches biblical principles for every worshiper and worship leadership skills, which will equip you to give worship leadership in your church, no matter what your worship style. We want to equip you for your calling.